Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today. Let's see. Let's say good morning to Kathy and to Cavell, to Carol. And today is the day Jesus comes and speaks. So he actually gave me a title today. Seeing beyond the negative into the beautiful. Into the beautiful light. So this should be interesting, right? Good morning, Christina. Something came up in the way. So, did anyone have any comments from yesterday? Or good morning, Marby. Let's begin with our soul mantra. All right. As we call on all the angels and masters and all from the heavens to come and be ever present with us today, we know that I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. And take a breath out into every cell of your being. Very good. Very good. Good morning. Let's see here. Julie Johnson and Rhonda Forward and Marby. Thank you for coming. I know we all have lived in a world where things appear negative or people we hear or see as negative. And if you remember or know the life of Christ at all, you know he always welcomed that to transform them into light. And that's what I assume he's talking about today. To support us in helping us do that same action. And no matter how hard we feel it to be, the pink light, the beautiful, loving light of God and Mother's energy is so much more powerful than anything negative. So I want to get started because I never know how long he desires to speak, but he seems to be very prompt lately. So if anyone has any questions before we start, take a moment and fill it in. Otherwise, in a few moments, I will start. And yes, he's ready. All right. Good morning. We meet again. And for those who have not sat with me, come here to be with me before, welcome. For it is here I remind you of your light. Perhaps I talk about my light, but we are all one. My light, Father's light, your light is all a part of the harmony of the universe. So you find yourself today within a world of lies, hatred, anger, harm, and the such. So let's talk about that and the relationship that it does or will be with you. Certainly there are those who are instigated within from that which they hear and see and feel. It seems to activate all levels of perception, correct? I remember these times when I walked the earth, and it actually generated then into a fear within the disciples of their safety. Perhaps in some way this is also doing the same for you. And first may I say, for those of you who believe in the light of my Father, there will be protection from anything that should be brought forth, and that you will be safe. Understand that it is within your believing. Even though I knew why I came and what I walked towards, I felt safe. I knew I was so loved by my Father. What else could there be? But perhaps there's those who have forgotten how much they are loved, not only by me or my mother, but by my Father. Every soul that has received the spark of the light of God has been in the essence of divine love and will continue till the end and movement of this life. Now, the others, as we can call them, who have forgotten. There's no need to finger point. We know who they are. Or you hear them when you come around them. And what I would encourage you to choose to do is to lift your heart, not allow it to lower your experience. To lift your heart and radiate the truth. It need not be spoken. It need not be demonstrated. It need to be given freedom. That is truly what it is all about, is the freedom of choice, is it not? In every breath you take, and how you choose to live and breathe and exist and share the world with those you love. Breathe. I was always encouraged to meet one who was in the darkness, to see their transformation back into the light, to see how the doubts begin to move from their crown, how the third eye began to change its perception of what they saw in front of them, and how their heart opened with a greater love than the tightness of criticism and anguish and anger. And I could go on. But this again is your choice. Are you desiring to join this crowd, the others? Does it seem to be and find the easy way? Where to surrender yourself into the arms of my Father and the army of angels that always exist around and behind him, knowing they will lift you and your heart in unity towards love. So how does this look? I hear someone say. It simply says for you to become comfortable with the love that exists within your heart, not only your own that may still be dimmed. Reach for the mother and father energy deep within you that's still burning bright. Perhaps you need to move through some of the distortions you believed for a short time. But there it will be, and there you shall find it. And when you allow it to truly burn again, once again, through the soul experience of who you are, there will be illumination. And in that, upon where your foot stands, and you begin to radiate from your heart, it is like a magnet. It is a divine opening, a release. Peace, if that's what you wish to call it. For as you are speaking to me now, I am radiating this light towards all of you. And for those of you who believe, you know it, and you embrace it and let it fill every cell you are. And those for you who've just been lost for a short time, allow it to renew you. There's nothing to be angry about. From the time you respond, you were given choice, your free will. Perhaps you're angry at the choices you've made. That can be changed today, or next week, or next month. There is nothing holding you to where you've already set your feet upon. Become determined instead of frightened. Become strong instead of weak. Find what it is to be empowered versus a victim. You see, these are the negative things that wrap around people that make them have to lie, to be deceitful, and to wear a costume instead of their truth. And the light knows it well, and it knows how to love it and embrace it. And within the standing of the brilliance of it, they will surrender. You don't believe? Well, you shall find. If first you find it within you, and then walk with that finding within yourself, you will be received differently, with gentleness. Mind you, I'm not speaking of words. For yes, you can say to me, well, I don't know the words. There's no need for words. There's only the subject of your presence. Yes, and there are those who I see know of the presence. Call your presence forward. Give it a moment to live in this world. Give it a moment to be in the presence of that which is Mother, Father, through you, and you will see your world change. For it will bring gentleness to the truth, and peacefulness to the truth, and a sense of home. Many of those who hear this in this short and small society will be looking for home without knowing that they are. And what does home mean? It's the warmness you feel as you lay at night. For you, the pillow under your head and the blanket wrapped around you. Knowing that you will wake up in a similar setting and not need to be afraid. As you become owning of the light within you, this shall always be so. that within the heart with Mother and Father you are always home. You will always be loved. And most importantly to you in this time, you will always be protected. And someone says to me, what of those who die in this time? They are brave. But know the death of any soul, even though it may not be a conscious awareness, is chosen before they come. The reason and the how is all decided. And there are great masters at times who come to demonstrate the loss of when there is no light. There are some things that you are not studied on, and it is fine. And that's why I'm here. And then there are those of you who become those who are the vessels of God that move around the earth and someday out beyond the earth. And some will have long lives, much as Moses was given a very long life. And you may say to me, oh, that was a different time. Well, aren't all times different? As you look through history, hasn't it all changed and continually kept growing? And yet I've been born again 13 times upon this earth plane through the same scenario. Yes, it is true. For we are trying to reach those who know their truth within them, who remember, who sat with me upon the mount and heard my words of simplicity, freedom, a freedom that's within you and your Father, a freedom that then moves and demonstrates itself in the life with a knowingness. So together, let's take a moment. And as I go to mine, find your love of my Father within you if you can. Sit and allow him to embrace you. There's nothing to have to see. It's a radiance, a feeling, a warmth, a gentleness. All of the above. But whatever it is yours. And let's allow that light to lift us together to the knowingness of the capacity of that love. And know that in truth, love is everywhere. Just as within you, every cell of your being, whether it's active or not, has love. It always has. Parts have become dormant, and you're missing of that truth. So as we take deeper breaths and we expand that light, it becomes around us. And we begin to realize that we have become the vessel that is holding the light of God. And as we breathe, he breathes. And as you walk, he breathes that light before you. And it begins to be a greater peace held within the body. Yipapiate. Perhaps you'll feel like you're spinning gently, very gently. The light is alive. The light is love. And for those of you who third eye is activated, you may see like a pink or a deep purple or a light purple as you are filled with this light. Let's all begin to radiate it. Imagine it going around the earth. And in that, we follow it with forgiveness. For you must know first, Father forgives. So in this truth, we must follow. This is a little bit harder to let go. Yataheshe, forgiveness. Let's bring in a beautiful blue to follow this pink of God's love and the forgiveness. So, this brings us to the truth. All are innocent. All are innocent. No matter their choices, their decisions, their words, their actions. When they're ready to choose, they become innocent. And not only his heart, but hopefully in your heart. So let's take a moment and forgive those who have spoken against you or chosen against you or in any way had you believe that you're not the highest and best of all things. For this is the truth the Lord gave you. And the empowerment to these people must be relieved now. Innocence, strength, truth. I hear many search for these things, and they lie within you, waiting. And I honor your journey to unravel these things. But in this understanding, it will move with ease. The love of yourself is lying within your heart along the river that flows into the great waterfall. The rinse of the purification of truth. For those who are afraid of water, water has the ability to move much at one time. Much at one time. You're looking for a revelation? Stand under a true waterfall and let it embrace you, much like the river embraces the banks. Transformation will follow. Yes. So it is. And now let's feel you walking upon your path with this beautiful light within you. Safe, safety, peace, and harmony. Afraid of life changing? For surely it will. But it will only change for the best, for the goodness, towards the truth. Blessings, blessings, blessings to this. Blessings to this truth. You have not enough? Then perhaps you are ignoring your light. For the grandness of Father's existence is for all of you to have everything. So unveil his light within you and know that you own that truth of his blessing. And all that you desire as you prepare and clear will find you. Because what that is will change in the process. For you will also become humble. What defines you will change. What brings you peace and happiness and the wondrous joy in your heart will be different than what you think today. Yes. I am still wearing my sandals from when I lived here, yes. And I wear my robe. Both are comforting to me. For me, it is a time of the great love between me and my Father. You see, it's all about perception. Where are you at and what are you experiencing now and what do you believe? What do you believe? Is my Father within that truth? Am I within that truth? So we shall see, right? Yes. For I know there are great beings out there that will feel your light and transform and do good, be in wellness, changing hearts. And I hear someone say, why me? And why not you? You can choose to know, to say N-O, no. But those who say yes will feel free. Perhaps there is some work involved, prayer, healing. But what you receive will be such more than you ever thought. So when you look upon the darkness now, breathe into an uplifted heart and see through the veil of the illusion into where that light shines within that soul and call to it to expand. To be expansive and remember. For what you don't know is inside it weeps, feeling forgotten. Feeling forgotten. And when all of a sudden it is seen again, it will expand. So our walk today has come to a conclusion, I will return. Hopefully you will too, for we are growing together, always more, in that light of my Blessed Father. My heart reaches out and touches each of you in a greater love, in a greater health, and an ease in the breath of life. Many blessings to you. Again, so prompt. I have my eyes closed. I have no idea. So how's everyone feeling today? Does anybody have anything they want to say? And Chase, if you get to where you can listen to this, I appreciate your attempting to come, but I hope you get to where you can listen. Very powerful. Kathy says it was enlightening. Yes. The light lives in every soul. We always tend to seem to forget that. Remember to share with your friends so Jesus has the ability to touch even more people. So powerful. Amen, Marby. Yes, I can feel you're all very expanded. Some have left. So I will let you have your peace. And I'll be here tomorrow, and then we'll talk in the beginning about this experience, all right? But many blessings to you on your day, and maybe the remembrance of certain words will come to you throughout the day. Blessings.